In over 150 countries around the world, we are there. Sometimes publicly, in churches, large and small, gathering in houses of worship, schools, flats, and parks. Sometimes in the shadows, working in the darkest reaches of the globe to free captives, empower the helpless, and care for those the world's overlooked. We may not look the same, sound the same, even think the same, but we're one movement, one tribe, compelled by the love of Christ. We're instigators. Valdir Falcone, standing in the streets of his majority immigrant town with a simple sign, letting passersby know they are loved and welcome in Greater Boston. Beth Ivester, engaging in the unique culture of her Portland neighborhood by creating Swap and Play, a place for families to bring their children and find support in community, beginning spiritual conversations through her local business. We're activists. Brenda Keene, spending her days in the dusty slums of Nairobi, Kenya, pulling women out of unthinkable situations, giving them jobs, dignity, and a new identity in Christ. Juan Muskis, overseeing a training center in Tijuana, Mexico, where former addicts, cartel members, and drug traffickers are trained as pastors before being sent home to their own communities, changing and saving lives in one of the most violent cities of his country. We're evangelists. Justin Matera, a Brooklyn-born and raised graphic designer with a passion for his hometown, starting a church in the heart of his city to reach a generation so easily swallowed by the glamour and pressure of New York, opening doors for those that have long since left the faith. Ihsan Özbek, leading the largest evangelical organization in Turkey, putting his life on the line daily to ensure his fellow Turks hear the good news of Jesus, ministering to the growing number of refugees in his country, and encouraging believers in closed countries throughout the Islamic world. How does such a diverse tribe exist? It started with our founder, Amy Simple McPherson, who took a very different approach from the evangelists of her time. She chose a message of hope over fear, preached to both the social elite and the down and out. She fought to destroy racial, gender, and socioeconomic barriers. And we continue that fight to this day, leading the way in opening up new countries, establishing churches in our forgotten urban cores, empowering both women and men as pastors, and raising up indigenous national leaders to oversee missionary works. Amy utilized technology, media, and the arts to spread the gospel. She wanted to build a church that interfaced with contemporary culture instead of shying away from it. She envisioned a church that would grow stronger over time, always progressing, always centered around the Bible and its transforming power. And that spirit remains alive today. We're a church for today's world, a church willing to take risks, to go places others won't, to embrace people others fear, to try things others haven't. This isn't just pastors and missionaries. This is the whole church taking the whole gospel to the whole world. And that means each of us, regardless of profession, talent, income, age, or gender, each of us plays a role in spreading the message of Christ to our world. Because we are Foursquare, and this is church reimagined.